What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. I'm going to be popping into the chat in just a second here. Once we get my laptop up and running. We are... I don't know if we're frozen or what's going on here, but we're moving like a snail. Hope you're all doing well. And today is going to be a bit of a shorter show. We might be going for about 2:15 today. Or 1:15, sorry. Might be going for about 1:15 today. 1 hour, 15 minutes. But that's okay. We've got 3 codes we're going to be giving away. And we're going to be talking about the Golden Globes. The kickoff to the televised award season. So, I think we're finally ready to get this show on the road. As we chuck along here. We had a couple surprises last night. Let's see. Alright, finally booted up here. Let's see. Who won the gold? Who won the gold? I guess I should bring out the ballot. Got the Golden Globe film ballot here. Daniel and Rayside JSK. What's going on? Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for popping in. We are doing it. Shorter show, like I said, going to be running for about 1 hour and 15 minutes. But regardless, we're going to be talking about the Golden Globe film winners. Briefly, maybe some of the TV winners and the 3 digital giveaways we have today. As we kind of breeze through beginner mode on level 1 here. Or sorry, what am I saying? Beginner mode. We finished a game on level 1 last week, so we're just going to breeze through some beginner stuff today. So right off the bat, I made some tweets last night about the winners. And what I thought about the winners, and am I happy with the winners? I'm happy with the winners. We'll go through it. We'll go through it. Can I jump on this? There we go. So we'll start with the big one. I was surprised Brendan Fraser didn't win. I wasn't surprised he didn't win because of his past history with the Golden Globes. He does not attend the ceremony anymore because of things we've heard in the past with him that happened, which wasn't very good. But regardless, I think the Oscar is still up to 3. I think it's up to Fraser, Farrell, and Butler. So, Best Picture Drama, I think, could have went to any of these 5 movies. Avatar: The Way of Water, Elvis, The Fabelmans, Tar, and Top Gun: Maverick. Daniel N. Kudos to him. He's a man of integrity. Absolutely. I picked Elvis because I thought, if Butler was going to win, I thought they'd give it to Elvis, kind of like the Bohemian Rhapsody situation. Bohemian Rhapsody won this award. I think Elvis is a much better movie. But they went with the Fabelmans. Now, Top Gun: Maverick, Tar, Fabelmans, Elvis, and Avatar: The Way of Water were all on my top 10 of the year list, which I hope you guys checked out. That's up on the channel now. All those films are on my top 10. How many times in the Golden Globes or anything do the films nominated for Best Picture appear in my, top 10 of the year. It's very rare. So I was okay with any of these films to win, because I think they're all great in their own way. Even though Fabelmans was... No, Tar was 10. Tar was my 10th. I don't want to spoil the list if you haven't seen it. JSK, watch your top 10 video. Top Gun Maverick was my favorite too. You can't beat The King, like I said. The movie is just a masterpiece. So that's what they went with. They went with The Fabelmans, and I think this cements itself as the frontrunner for Best Picture. I think if Everything Everywhere won last night, that would have cemented it a little stronger, but it didn't. So I think it made its chances a little weaker. So I think it is. I think for still look, Best Picture could go to any of these films. I think Fabelmans is still the safe bet, but I still think any of these movies could win the Oscar for Best Picture. So let's do Best Picture, musical or comedy. No surprise. Actually, kind of a surprise. Babylon, Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Glass Onion, Triangle of Sadness. I didn't think Triangle of Sadness had a shot in the world. I thought it was okay, but I didn't really love the movie. Glass Onion I really liked. Babylon I thought was fine. But the two, Banshees of Inisherin and Everything Everywhere. I have such a weird relationship with Everything Everywhere. It wasn't on my top 10, it wasn't an honorable mention, but I appreciate that film for what it did. And I rewatched it, and I want to rewatch it again. Like, there's just something about that movie that keeps drawing me back to it, so I don't know. I have such a weird relationship with that film. But the winner was the Banshees of Inisherin. And that could have been a shock to some of you. Some of you might have thought that Everything Everywhere was going to be the definitive winner because it was going to win more acting awards. Got to watch The Fabelmans now. Yeah, Fabelmans is a really good movie. Really good movie. I think you'll enjoy it for sure. And you'll have a chance to win a digital code for it when it comes on 4K Blu-ray the 14th of February. So it's going to be that show after the fact. Let's see. So Banshees of Inisherin won. Look, I was thinking they were just going to award that with Farrell and McDonough for screenplay. Didn't happen. Honey Bun, what's going on? Thank you for coming. I hope work is going okay. I hope you start to feel better. I feel really bad. Good movie, but not a #1 movie. I'm so salty still. Hey, I'm sure a lot of people are. I'm sure a lot of people thought that it could have went to any of the other three, really. I mean, people could make a case for any of these films. So it was Banshees of Inisherin, big surprise. Director, I think the safe bet was Steven Spielberg, because it's a movie he made about himself, and I think the direction is great. The thing about the West Side Story film he did last year, which he didn't win the Globe for. I believe Jane Campion won the Globe for Power of the Dog. The thing about that movie is West Side Story I do think is a better directed film. What do I need to get? Oh, the water, right? I think West Side Story is a better film, better directed film. But The Fabelmans, just because it's a smaller movie and it's it's a movie that's quieter, doesn't mean that the direction wasn't top notch. I mean, if you watch those scenes in the hallway when he's fighting the bullies, when he's directing his stuff, I mean, Spielberg is a master, and I think just because the movie turned out as good as it did, people kind of sleep on the fact of how well it was directed. So, I did pick Spielberg, but it could have went to James Cameron, could have went to the Daniels, could have went to Baz Luhrmann. Martin McDonagh I didn't think stood a chance. I think he was the number 5, and I think they were going to award him with screenplay. So Spielberg gets it. Speaking of screenplay, it was Tar, Everything Everywhere, Banshees of Inisherin, Women Talking, and The Fabelmans. Women Talking is a film that has been underperforming in a lot of these acting categories, and when the Academy Awards come around, I hope Jessie Buckley or Claire Foy gets a nomination for it, because I mean they were fantastic, and I think Sarah Polley deserves a director nomination. But we'll see what happens when those nominations come out. But Banshees won screenplay, and I do think that was the wittiest screenplay of the year. You know, so McDonough wins, gets on stage, talks about it. Non-English language film. I think a lot of people had RRR. I'm sure a lot of people had All Quiet on the Western Front. Haven't seen it yet. But what's this Argentina thing? Comes out of nowhere and wins for Best Foreign Language. Everybody was kind of shaking their heads, because after the victory of Song with Natu Natu, which nobody thought was going to win. I mean, people wanted it to win, but they just didn't think it was going to get it. After that, you would think, well, now they're definitely going to give it to RRR. Weirder things have happened, and weirder things did indeed happen. So that's where we're at with that. So Argentina is a film that I wasn't aware of, but I think it says Prime Video, so I mean, maybe this was just a very Globes pick. Maybe not. We'll see. Actor drama. Could have went 2 ways, I think. Austin Butler, Brendan Fraser, Hugh Jackman, Bill Nye, Jeremy Pope. Jeremy Pope got a lot of love from the guy who won the award last night. The showrunner who won the award. The special award. So that was nice. Bill Nye Living. This is a film that's, you know, I'm hoping to see very soon. Hugh Jackman, The Son, that's a film that hasn't, I don't think, even widely come out yet. But Brendan Fraser and Austin Butler, I think these are the 2 of the front runners for the Oscar for the Best Picture or Best Actor win. But they gave it to Butler. Look, Fraser is not going to go to the ceremony, but I don't think that really mattered. I think Butler is the more Golden Globes choice to win. And he did win, and I think that's, you know, I picked Butler to win. And I think a lot of other people did too. I think he was fantastic in the movie. His speech was great, getting on stage, thanking a lot of the right people. So I think that turned out really good. So, actor, musical, or comedy, no surprise, Colin Farrell wins. No surprise, Colin Farrell wins. Who had a chance to be second place? I don't think any of them. I don't think any of them. So Colin Farrell, and he's the third front runner for the Oscars. So I think it's gonna be tight. Actress drama, I think Cate Blanchett's gonna sweep every acting thing. She's so fantastic in that movie. It has nothing to do with an obsession for Cate Blanchett. I don't have an obsession for Cate Blanchett. I have an obsession for great performances, and she was fantastic in the movie. I love good performances. I love acting, and I think she was great in the movie. And when she's singing about the apartment for sale, all of it, she's great. Who could have been second place here? Michelle Williams, possibly. Viola Davis, possibly. Ana de Armas getting a lot more attention than maybe she was set to believe. Jack is back. Well, honey, Lily says, so thrilled not to won for the best original song. Totally, it was fantastic. Best song of the year, no question about it. Jack is back. Can you talk about the Eddie Murphy joke? The Eddie Murphy joke was the funniest thing of the night. I love the Eddie Murphy joke. He's doing his thing. He's accepting his award, and he says, "You know what? There's 3 things. It's a blueprint to get you to where you need to go." He's like, "Pay your taxes, mind your business." What's the third thing going to be? How heartfelt is this going to be? What's he going to say? And the third thing is, keep Will Smith's wife's name out your mouth. Who would have expected that? I didn't expect it. but man, was it hilarious. The host was awful. Host was terrible. The host was terrible. I thought the host was kind of a douchebag. I thought the host was $500,000 for that job. Do I believe that, or do we think he's just saying that? I mean, why would he lie about how much he got paid? I don't know, but God Almighty, he is a rich man, and he was just so awkward. I thought it was hilarious, since he was pretty funny in the movie Neighbors. He was in that movie Neighbors. See, I didn't even put two and two together, but I thought he was so awkward in his speech and his dialogue. I thought he was terrible. So actress musical comedy, I don't think anybody thought this was going to go any different either. It's Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere, and her speech was great. They started playing the piano. She said, "Can you shut up, please? I can beat you up," which I think is fantastic. I thought that was hilarious. I mean, her character, that's what her character would say. "Can you shut up, please? I can beat you up." I mean, she was incredible. She is cemented herself as probably the front runner as well for the lead actress. It's Cate Blanchett and Michelle Yeoh. I'm not saying Michelle Yeoh can't win. I'm just saying Blanchett, I think, gives the best performance, and usually that's kind of, you know, they're not going to mess with that. Animated feature, again, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. I mean, people might have thought Puss in Boots. I thought Puss in Boots was great. I thought Marcel the Shell was great, but that's not really, I don't consider an animated movie. But Pinocchio was fantastic, so that was a great win. Supporting actor, I think a lot of people wanted it to happen. A lot of people thought it would happen, and it did. Ke Huy Quan, the first winner of the night for Everything Everywhere. He gave such a powerful speech, such an emotional speech. You're crying your eyes out within the first award. You know, he was fantastic. Let's see. He was supposed to be a comedian and actor, but I was not a fan. He took advantage of having the stage to bring up race every time he could, and it was overbearing. Hopefully he didn't get paid that much. Even $5,000 would be overpaying for the way he hosted. Yeah, I mean, he turned the whole thing. He just made it very uncomfortable. It was a very uncomfortable... every time he was on screen, I felt very uncomfortable. And I thought he was terrible. And I think he's got to get his act together, because he's a real piece of shit. Actress supporting was probably the hardest category of the night. Could have went to four. I would say could have went to 3 of the 5. Dolly Dion is just happy to be there. Carey Mulligan just happy to be there. But, you know, it was Angela Bassett, Jamie Lee Curtis, or Carrie Condon. I think Carrie Condon gives the best performance of the 3 of them. I think Curtis gives a very visceral performance, and I think she's great. But were they going to give Everything Everywhere 3 acting wins? Not sure. Were they going to give Banshees 2 acting wins? Why not? You know, you did it for Everything Everywhere. You could have done it for Banshees, but it went to Angela Bassett for Wakanda Forever. What did she say? Have I not lost everything? Or something like that. She's fantastic in the movie, and she's gonna probably steamroll for an Oscar nomination. I think she just secured her Oscar nomination. A win? It would be historic. With the remaining 2 categories, original score, I think everybody probably expected Babylon to win. The score is so lively, so it's just so alive. I think John Williams had a shot. I mean, he was sitting there. He was hanging out with Spielberg and all them. So I think that was nice. Everybody else, you know, Carter Burwell for Banshees. Alexandre Desplat for Pinocchio. Hildur Gudendauer for Women Talking. You know, great scores, but I think it's down to Williams and Hurwitz for the Oscar. You know, keep in mind they didn't even give Hurwitz the Oscar nomination for First Man, which I think he could have won the score for that if it was nominated. So this might be the way to, you know, apologize for that, give him a nomination, and give him his third Oscar, because he won 2 in one night for La La Land for song and score. So this is going to be are we going to really give Justin Hurwitz a third Oscar? I think we are. I think Williams should probably get his 6th Oscar, though. You know, I think that would be a good number for him, seeing that he's not going to be doing this kind of thing for too much longer, which is a shame, because his music is always incredible. Let's see. He's never getting another award host again. I hope not. Didn't win. James Franco win Best Actor at the Golden Globes for Disaster Artist, but he never got nominated for the Oscars. Perhaps that was an outer because of the accusations. Yeah, that did happen, and I thought Franco should have been nominated for that film, and I was so happy that he won. But I mean, I think it was with the Oscars that year. I know he was dangling at the end with Denzel Washington for Roma J. Israel Esquire. So, you know, that's kind of what they went with. I think he could have got in. I don't know. I don't know if it's just because he was this number 6. That's how the votes went. Not sure, but the final one was song. You know, a lot of people, you know, it was Rihanna versus Lady Gaga versus Taylor Swift, but Not To steals it, and I think was totally deserving. Were the other songs, you know, the Carolina song from Crawdads. It was kind of underwhelming, I thought. Hold My Hand is very powerful. Lift Me Up is a good song. Ciao Papa, I think, is a very sweet song. But Not To is the best song. And I think it should steamroll, and I think it should cement itself as a winner for the Academy Awards. So that's where we're at with the Globes. There was 14 film categories. Let's see. I think I got 8 right. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 right and 6 wrong. So I was 8 and 6, or perhaps, yeah. So that was that. So that was the Golden Globes. What's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? What's going to happen at? Let's talk about Oscars. You know, let's talk about Oscars. I think Blanchett will win Actress. I think Ke Huy Quan will win as Supporting Actor. Actor is still a toss-up, and as Supporting Actress is a toss-up. Actor and Supporting Actress are, you know, we are still kind of scratching our heads. Is Angela Bassett going to steamroll? I think Jamie Lee Curtis will get the nomination. I don't think she'll win. So I think it's probably, at this point, it's probably between Bassett and Carrie Condon. I think it's between those two. And I'm thinking the Oscar they're probably going to give to Carrie Condon. I mean, if you think about it, the Globes gave the Globes gave Cate Blanchett the Supporting Actress for Steve Jobs. They nominated her for it, but then they gave it to Alicia Vikander for The Danish Girl. So I could see them giving like the more serious, better kind of performance. Bassett wins the Globe, Condon wins the Oscar. I have Condon winning the Oscar. I would say Condon wins the Oscar. For Best Actor, I have no idea. I think Colin Farrell should win an Oscar. I think it's probably his time to win an Oscar. But is he the one to do it this year? I don't know. I think I can give you reasons why Butler should win, why Fraser should win, and why Farrell should win. it's a three-way race, and I think with all these other award shows coming up, you know, I think Fraser could win Critics' Choice. I think Farrell could win SAG. I think Farrell will win BAFTA probably, and I think Fraser could win SAG. I don't know. I have no idea. There could be a tie at Critics' Choice. They could tie Farrell and Fraser. They could tie Butler and Fraser. They could tie Farrell and Butler. I mean, who knows? So actor, it's a toss-up. Director, I think Spielberg will win. I think Spielberg will win his third directing Oscar. I mean, he's only won 2 for director, and that's for Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan. He's been nominated so many times. And I think for this film, this special film, I think he'll win the Oscar for it. Best Picture? Best Picture? I don't know. Can we just say Fabelmans just to kind of play it safe? I don't think so. I don't know if there's a narrative for Top Gun Maverick to win the Oscar for Best Picture. Probably not. I think it'll be nominated. I don't know if it'll win. Well, let's do process elimination. I don't think Elvis will win picture. It should. Even though Top Gun Maverick was my favorite movie of the year, I would like to see Elvis win Best Picture. It's not going to happen. I don't think Maverick is going to win. Women Talking, I think, should be up there to win, but that's probably nowhere near a chance of happening. You know, will Avatar be nominated? Possibly. Will it win? No way. So that leaves us with what? Banshees, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and The Fabelmans. Those are the 3 for Best Picture. Crazy Leopard, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. And you're going to get your Christmas present soon, I promise. Was Colin Farrell hitting on Eddie Mars when he got on the stage? I don't know. I think he was... well, she's the one who gave it to him. She's the one who read his name, so maybe he was just feeling very... like, hey, I saw your movie and I loved it, you know. I mean, it's a great opportunity for stars to talk to each other and be like, hey, you did something great too, you know. And honestly, I think this could get Ana de Armas an Oscar nomination. I mean, if enough people loved her performance, not saying the film, but her performance, I think she could be nominated for the Oscar, but I have no idea. Look, Best Picture is down to 3. It's down to 3. Everything Everywhere, The Fabelmans, and Banshees. I think Banshees is in 3rd place. I think it's Everything Everywhere All at Once versus The Fabelmans. And I think Everything Everywhere could win Best Picture. I really do. And I think it might. That might be what gets my vote. So we'll see. So let's queue up for the first code of the day. We're going to be going for about another 45 minutes here. We've been talking for a half hour about the Golden Globes. And we can still chat about it. If you guys are interested. But the first code for She Said. This is a Blu-ray code. 1080p, was not released in 4K. She Said, a film that, you know, is the spotlight of this year, but Spotlight sort of steamrolled the awards, and this film is just kind of underperforming. So whoever can pop in first, the correct answer will win the digital copy code for She Said. And the question is, what is the question? The question is, She Said star Zoe Kazan also starred in what 2009 comedy? She Said star Zoe Kazan also starred in what 2009 comedy? And whoever can pop in first with the correct answer will win the digital copy code. So far, nobody is correct. Oh, Let's see. Daniel Lynn, the Exploding Girl, JSK. Happy, thank you. More, please. I hate Valentine's Day. Ray Sai then pops in first correct answer. It's complicated. That is absolutely correct. Jack is back. It's complicated. In second place, Daniel and the Private Lives of Pip Elite. Not sure what the other films were mentioned. But Ray Sai wins the code for She Said. JSK, what were the other 2 codes for the day? Code number 2 is the Steelbook, the 4K Steelbook release of Groundhog Day, the Bill Murray movie. So that's code number 2. So that's going to be in 4K. And code number 3 is another Blu-ray code. It is the Blu-ray Steelbook release of Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. Yeah. So, that's where we're at. So, Ray Sai is ineligible for Groundhog Day, but he is eligible for Friday the 13th, final chapter. Everybody else will be eligible for Groundhog Day. So, that's going to be coming up next. And I do appreciate that they're releasing the steelbooks for these Friday the 13th movies. They just didn't start with the first movie and say, okay, well, we're not going to do any more. They've released steelbooks for all the subsequent films. So I suppose there'll be a Part 5 steelbook coming out in a few months, even though Part 5 is one of the weaker entries in the series. Have to continue the collection, though. By the way, I do want to announce there will be no show next week. We have a couple appointments for the baby. She has a couple appointments that I'm going to be going to. So no show next week, unfortunately. But there will be a show the following Wednesday. So let's see. Next Wednesday is the 18th. So no show on the 18th, but the final Wednesday of January 23 is the 25th. We're going to be back with 100%. We'll have 2 codes that day, which are films that are coming out next week on Blu-ray. It's Till and the Menu, where Anya Taylor-Joy and Ralph Fiennes were both nominated last night for the Menu, which, you know, they didn't win, of course, but nice little nominations. Also, the other one, Till, Danielle Deadweiler, I think is a terrific performance, and she should be receiving an Oscar nomination for that movie. Even though she wasn't nominated for a Globe, I think she should definitely get nominated for the Oscar, because she was fantastic. You know, there's a lot of controversy around Ana de Armas's film, so I just don't know if that's gonna sneak it in. I don't know what the reception of that is going to be. So I guess we'll have to wait and find out. But look, I'm gonna be thinking about, you know, very seriously what's gonna be getting in for these Oscar categories, you know, because that's the big one. And Oscar nominations come out Tuesday the 24th, I believe. So Oscar nominations come out the day before our next show. Now, wait a minute. What am I supposed to do? I forget. I don't even know. No idea. I have a feeling that I already did this. Yeah, I did. Okay. So that's where we're at with that stuff. Who knows what other codes will be there? Did you hear that Sony is bringing back Zendaya as MJ for Spider-Man 4? No, I didn't hear that, but I could have imagined it. I mean, how could you not bring her back? That is a storyline that needs to be explored. I mean, these two lovers separated by memory and fate, I think is
Thunder!
I think it's very powerful. And I think it's a storyline that needs to be, you know, how do you rekindle that love? He had such a hard time in Far From Home revealing his feelings. You know, now of course he's grown into a more mature man. The film No Way Home especially matured him up. So, well, people are now upset because it would make the ending of No Way Home a bit meaningless. No, I don't think it will. I don't think it will. It's a story. And in stories, you have those big moments. Like, do people think Avengers Endgame made Infinity War meaningless?
Here!
You know? Is Infinity War now irrelevant because everybody's back? Is it irrelevant? You know, you could say the same thing. Where I say no, I don't think so. That was a very dark turn for the characters and for the story. You know, but you could say that for any film. Like, does the film Return of the Jedi undermine Empire Strikes Back? I mean, Han Solo's frozen in carbonite just to be unfrozen in the next movie. I mean, let's people need to think before they talk, because I mean that's how movies work. Something happens that will be resolved. People were hoping to see Black Cat as a new love interest. Nobody says she can't be in the movie. Nobody says she can't be in the movie. And, you know, maybe Peter gets his thing for MJ and then meets Black Cat and then he's split between the two. Who knows? There's so many ways they could take it. But it's the progression of the story that I really appreciate and I think could be really special. Nothing will undermine No Way Home. No Way Home is what it is, and I don't think no matter what happens in the next film will undermine that. It still happened. It still happened. You know, Thanos' snap still happened. And it's not going to be like, oh, well, that don't matter, you know. Why watch that now? Who cares? A lot of people think Infinity War is better than Endgame. And I might even be one of those people, I don't know. One day I'll say Endgame is better, one day I'll say Infinity War is better, I don't know. But I love them both, and I think they're some of the best MCU movies, for sure. So, I don't know. But Black Cat, Kang is supposed to be even stronger than Thanos. Kang, my friends. Kang might be the reason Scott Lang passes away. I mean, will Scott Lang die? Will he trap himself in this new realm? What's he gonna do? I don't know, but it looks like Kang is going to be terrifying. And what's up with MODOK? Got a MODOK Funko Pop. And I think, you know, I think he's awesome. And then you see this guy in the trailer with his mask on and everything, and I think he looks cool. I think he looks cool, but I don't think he should be taking his mask off. MODOK is being played by Corey Stoll. Yes, he is. And he's going to have a big stretched out face that looks like George Lopez and Shark Boy and Lava Girl. And that is not going to be... I'm not excited to see that. That looks terrible and it looks cringeworthy. Let's see. Same guy that played Darren Cross, Yellow Jacket, and Ant-Man. Yep, same guy. So I guess we get to see what happened to the character. He shriveled into nothing in the first Ant-Man movie. Let's see, GSK, that's what I heard too. But the future timeline of movies don't seem like he'll be around as long as Thanos, or maybe I'm wrong. Well, he gets his own 2 phases, right? Now 3, I guess, because Phase 4, Phase 5, Phase 6 is the multiverse saga. So that's going to be the Kang Dynasty. That's going to be the Kang saga. And I like the tagline, you know, witness the start of a new dynasty. I think that's really cool. But, I don't know. But he's going to have the same amount of phases, you know, as the bad guy, as the villain. I don't know if he's going to be as powerful as, like emotionally, like written as powerful. I don't know. He looks fantastic though. And when he was introduced in Loki, I mean, it's a different version of Kang. But God Almighty, what we're going to get in this new Ant-Man film is terrifying. And I think we should all be scared. Because these characters are in for a rude awakening. How did Donald die? We're on beginner mode. Oh, Goofy plowing into him. Goofy plowing into him. Goofy plowing into him. Man. Goofy screwing him up. Jack is back. Are you getting both Wakanda Forever Steelbooks? No, I'm only going to get the one, the Wakanda Steelbook, I guess they're calling it. And then there's the Talokan, or whatever it's called, the Underwater Society. No, I'm going to get the Wakanda Steelbook with the heroes. The new Ant-Man trailer released a couple days ago looks great. The movie looks like it's gonna kick some ass. Like, this movie looks like it could be one of the best MCU films, and that's gonna be hard to do. But I mean, the stakes. I mean, this movie just looks like it's gonna be terrific. And once tickets go on sale, which I thought they were gonna put the tickets on sale when the trailer came out. That's usually what they do. If the trailer comes out during a Super Bowl, or if it comes out during a football game, usually they'll say, tickets on sale now. Not the case. Yeah, the stakes appear to be really high. Extremely high. Extremely high. But the stakes are just as high for the Groundhog Day 4K digital copy code. Whoever can pop in first correct answer will win the digital copy code for Groundhog Day. Ray Sai is ineligible. And the question is, what late Ghostbusters actor also appear in Groundhog Day? When I say late, I mean deceased. Daniel N. Harold Ramis, that is correct. Jack is back, says Bill Murray. Bill Murray is very much alive. And actually, speaking of Bill Murray, he will be appearing in Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. How cool is that? How cool is that? I think that's pretty cool. With JSK coming in second place with Harold Ramis. Daniel N. says, thanks. You are welcome, my friend. The final code of the day, Friday the 13th, the final chapter. That's going to be coming around the bend in just a little bit. Daniel N. is who's ineligible? Daniel N. Daniel N. is ineligible. But everybody else will be eligible for the final code, which we're going to be doing in about, I don't know, like I said, we wanted to have about an hour and 15-minute show. We're about 46 minutes in right now. So 46, 47 minutes in. So we got about a half hour left. Half hour left, we can do Wonderland. And it's gonna take us about, I don't know, 10 minutes. Go to Traverse Town 2, do some stuff there. Go to Agrabah, and that's gonna take us about, I don't know. I would say we would get to the end of Monstro. We would finish Monstro, maybe dock in Halloween Town when we finish up. And then, like I said, no show next week. When we return, we'll probably start another level 1 file, so I don't lose my touch. We just wanted to have a nice breezy show today. I don't know if you guys are aware, but Burger King iced coffee is fantastic. Burger King iced coffee. I mean, I think they got the best. I don't know. There's just something about it. Something about it. But King's Corner. Let's talk about King's Corner. That show is coming later tomorrow night. We've got 2 screenings for the House Party, which is the new big irresponsible comedy film, I guess. You could say. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. And then Plane with Gerard Butler. Plane with Gerard Butler. Which looks like it's going to be fun. Like, do you guys remember there was a film with Liam Neeson? It was called Non-Stop. I think it came out in 2013? 15? 14? I don't know. But it was called Non-Stop. That was pretty good. I like that movie. And this seems similar. Even though that the plane goes down and now we're in enemy territory, I just think it looks like a fun movie. And it has potential to be the best movie of 2023. I mean, new release films, I've seen one so far, and that was Megan. A film that critics are digging up. People are digging this damn movie up. JSK, Non-Stop was good. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Where's the 4K Blu-ray of Non-Stop? I think that would be great. I think that would be great. Is Julianne Moore in that film?
Thunder!
And Julianne Moore plays one of the dumbest characters in film history, Sarah Harding, in Jurassic World: The Lost World. Jurassic Park: The Lost World. I mean, what an idiot. What an idiot. God. But yeah, Plane looks good. So we'll be talking about those films. We're also probably going to be reviewing another one of the awards type films. We're going to try to watch something. We are going to try to watch something. So we'll see. Then we're going to have that physical media roundup with the 3 movies that we gave away today. She Said, Groundhog Day, and Friday the 13th. Get a little showcase. But just because we do those showcases at the end of the King's Corner does not mean we are not going to be doing 4K and Blu-ray update videos anymore. That's totally incorrect. We still are doing those. And the next one is probably going to be coming in about a week. About a week. We're going to be talking about all the titles that we've picked up lately. Plus, look, King's Corner, we only talk about the new releases that came out that week. We don't talk about the other titles that I just pick up randomly. So there's, of course, your little surprises in there as well. Come on. What happened to the Queen? Who knocked her over? Who did that? It's crazy. But let's just say theatrical releases, like new 2023 films, things are slowing down, things are calming down till February. February is going to be a huge month for the box office. We've got M. Night Shyamalan's movie coming out the first week. We've got, which is Knock at the Cabin. We've got Titanic re-releasing in 4K 3D, just like they did Avatar. God, can't wait. I cannot wait. Well, they re-released Avatar in 2012 in 3D, which was great. Now they're re-releasing it again 10 years later. God, what an experience. I cannot wait for that. Jack is back. Are you watching The Last of Us TV show Sunday? Maybe not Sunday, but maybe Monday morning. Because Sunday night, I think, is the Critics' Choice Awards. And I'm going to be at work until like 11 p.m. So I'll be streaming it on our phone. You know, keeping all that information together. So that's my Critics' Choice Awards. So Monday morning, I'll probably watch The Last of Us. When am I going to do a review for it? I'd like to. I mean, I played the first game a couple times. I mean, I really love it. It's one of my favorite video games, so I don't know. But yes, I'll be probably watching it Monday. I don't know. Maybe I'll wake up a little earlier, watch it. Maybe I'll do a video for it. We'll see. Because I'm excited for it. I mean, it's been getting really good reviews too. So everything is just banging out at us. But I also wanted to mention, once, you know, my son is born, me and Lily's child, once he's born in March, you guys are probably thinking, well, what's going to happen to the channel? What's going to happen? Are we still going to have our live show? Probably. It's probably not going to be as long. It's probably going to run for maybe 30 minutes each Wednesday. I don't know, but we'll probably still do that until he gets a little bigger, you know, obviously. But right off the gate, that's probably what we're going to be dealing with. The first week he's born, probably no show. I don't think anybody could say that's a bad thing. So probably no show. The second week we'll probably do a show. But we'll see how scheduling will go with all that. Also, you know, since I won't be going to the movies, I'm not going to be able to go to the theater for at least a month. We have planned to return to the theater for my birthday, which is May 26th. And I think The Little Mermaid, that's the day The Little Mermaid comes out, the 26th. We're going to be going on the 25th, the Thursday night premiere. So that's going to be something we're going to talk about. King's Corner episode, Little Mermaid, talk about some other Disney classics, why not? And then we will be going back to the theater a month later for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. So, you know, of course we're still going to be going to see the bigger films, but we are like officially seeing those two movies, you know. So don't think that the show is going to change. If I don't get to the theater 1 week, I'm still going to be talking. I'm still going to do an episode of the King's Corner where I talk about maybe a film that's related to something that's coming out. Physical Media Roundup. I'm still going to be getting the new release 4Ks, so there's going to be nothing different about that. You know, just to kind of brace you guys for that. So let's see. We've got one code left. The show has good reviews. IGN gave it a 9, which is amazing. That is really good. And I don't watch a lot of TV. Like, we just started watching Wednesday, which I'm really enjoying. Jenna Ortega. A lot of people thought she was going to win last night. She didn't win. But she's fantastic in the show. Also, we watch, like, new shows. We watch Dahmer, the monster Jeffrey Dahmer show. Evan Peters won the award for that. He was fantastic. So happy he won. He was incredible. If this was a film, he would be the front runner for lead actor. He was fantastic. So that was good. So those are like the two new shows we watched. Stranger Things Season 4, I am halfway done with it. The episodes are so damn long. It's hard to watch, like, to get through it because it is so long. But everybody was gushing over Stranger Things 4. I like it, but I don't love it. I think it's too. I don't know. I think seasons 1 and 2 are the best. 3 and 4, I think, are like neck and neck for second place for me. Like, I have a tie for first with 1 and 2, and then I have like a tie for second for 3 and 4. I like it a lot, but I don't love it. I don't certainly know why like people are going crazy for it. I mean, maybe how it ends, but I mean, it's fine. The acting is great. It's very well made. I just think the characters are too. You know, you get everybody's separate missions. You get some characters who are looking for Vecna and trying to find out the mystery of Vecna, which you got a majority of them doing that. You got some of the characters doing their own little adventure mission, and that's the Finn Wolfhard character, the Will Byers character, a couple other characters doing that. You know, so that stuff is kind of like, okay, let's get this going. They're trying to keep Millie Bobby Brown interesting, and I just don't think they're doing it. I think the Millie Bobby Brown stuff is dragging. They're bringing her back in. She lost her powers. Let's get her powers back, but at the same time, maybe she could save everybody from Vecna. I get it, but God, the way they're doing it is just dragging for me. And then the storyline with Winona Ryder, you know, trying to save Hopper, and then the Hopper storyline. There's just so much going on. Like, I don't know. I mean, you think Hopper's going to escape, then he gets captured again. It's like, oh my God, here's another 2 hours of this guy being brutally beaten. It's just a lot. I don't know. It's just a lot, but it's okay. It's my least favorite season. I don't know. I think I like season 3 more than I like season 4. But that's just me. That's just me. Jenna Ortega is starting to become the it girl.
You see.
She is, but I don't understand why. Is it because of Wednesday? Or is she in another show that people are loving? Because, I mean, she's a good actress. But, I mean, why is she... I don't know. I mean, she's good. She's good. You know, a little over-exaggerated? Yeah, probably. Probably. I mean, she was also in X, which is one of the better films of last year.
Deep freeze.
She was great in that. Oh, double jump there. She was really good in the Fallout. Don't know what that is. Not sure what that is. Like I said, like TV. Oh well, I guess we also watched the new Marvel shows for 2022. The new Star Wars shows. She barely did anything in X. Yeah, she barely did anything in X. Came out in 2021. It's about a school shooting. Oh. Yeah, I think she's a little overhyped. But like shows in 2022 that I've seen, like new release shows. Andor, Dahmer. Watching Wednesday now. Stranger Things 4 finishing. Obi-Wan Kenobi. The She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Moon Knight. Were those the only MCU shows in the year? I think so. Pretty sure. I think the worst show of the year that I've seen, though, is is She-Hulk. That was terrible. Terrible. Now, I'm not saying the acting was bad. I mean, it was just... It was a parody of itself. She-Hulk is a parody of the MCU, and I hate it. I hate it, hate it, hate it. I think it's terrible. It's cringy. It's just not for me. Moon Knight, I think, is up there for my favorite show of the year. But I don't know. I think Andor is probably #1 for me. I think Andor, look, it had its boring episodes, but the overarching story, what am I doing right now? What am I doing? She screamed an X. She did scream an X. That's all. That's pretty much all she did. She got killed in that movie. I think she got killed. Could be wrong. I feel like she got killed. I don't know. But for the final code of the day, Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Who's ineligible? Who is ineligible? Daniel N. Daniel N is ineligible. So everybody else is eligible. She-Hulk and Miss Marvel are going to be in the Kang Dynasty. Well, Miss Marvel I like. But the Marvels, that's a movie that I'm really looking forward to see them all come together, you know. I think that could be really good. Because that was a fun show. That was a really good show. But, She-Hulk, what is going on? Like Hulk had a son on Sakaar, but he was only on the planet for like 2 years. So how do you have a teenage son if you've only been on the planet for 2 years? It almost takes a year for a child to be born, so the kid would only be a year old. What in the name of God? I just can't. I don't understand it. It's just, ugh. Don't even get me started. I hope she gets murdered. The Jen Walters character, she's what am I doing wrong? Am I not going to the Am I not going to the warp hole? Am I too distracted that I'm not going to the warp hole? Like, I feel like I'm too distracted. How many times am I gonna do this? Hulk too strong, it only takes 5 days for baby to develop and be born. Is that true? Is that true? Alright, I don't understand why I keep having to do this. Let me focus. There's a warp hole I have to go into. But I guess I keep going past. Gamma ray super baby better. Just making it up. Hey, I would have believed you. I would have believed you. Alright, here we go. Alright, so the question for the final code of the day, anybody but Daniel N is eligible for Friday the 13th, the final chapter is a Blu-ray code of a remaster they did a couple years ago. The question is, who plays young Tommy in Friday the 13th, the final chapter? Who plays young Tommy in Friday the 13th? The final chapter. Ray Sai pops in with Corey Feldman. And I believe Ray just won a second code of the day. I believe Ray just won twice. Is that true? Well, we're totally off on time because I just thought you were still going to be live when I got home. I changed my mind. You are welcome, Ray. I will be done in about 10 minutes. Get everything situated, and you know, we can chat. We can chat about the SAG Award nominations, which nobody spoil, because I have not looked at the SAG Award nominations yet. I am waiting until she comes home from work, because, you know, we're in this together at this point. We are in this together at this point. Can't leave your partner in the dust. Just wouldn't be the right thing to do.
Thunder! Here! Ha!
Oh, he froze. Did you guys see that? That's weird. Do we think we could do Agrabah in 10 minutes? We're certainly not finishing Monstro. No way in hell. No way that's happening. We could try. The heater is on, yes. Yes, it is.
Give me strength!
Yes, it is.
Give me strength!
Leave me alone.
Give me strength!
Gosh, not again!
Gosh, not again!
Genie, get rid of these guys!
Genie, get rid of these guys.
I see.
You are welcome. Seven minutes, we'll finish in 7 minutes, no question. No question about it. After watching Banshees of Inisherin, Barry Coogan has officially established himself in the Weirdo cinematic universe. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Here I come!
Keep in mind, I think he was great in the movie, I mean. Personally, I think he was better than Brendan Gleeson. I think he was better than Brendan Gleeson. But can he play the Joker, though? I don't see why not. I mean, he appeared in a scene, right? He appeared in a scene. He's good, but he feels like he's being typecast now. You think so? Well, he was in Eternals. I mean, was he a weirdo in Eternals? I don't think so. I don't think he was a weirdo in that film.
Setting your...
Seemed like a pretty... No, he seemed like a pretty nice guy.
Here I come!
Thunder! 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 Here! Thunder!
What did he give me?
Thunder! Heal!
Let's see. 5 minutes? Can we finish in 5 minutes? Yeah, I think so. We can finish Agrabah in 5 minutes. Have you seen him in The Killing of a Sacred Deer? No, but I've heard of that film. What do you think of him in the Batman deleted scene? Oh, that was a deleted scene. See, for some reason I thought that was a scene in the I don't know, I have to rewatch it. I only really watched it once and I didn't really pay attention. I just really paid attention to the makeup, which I thought was pretty good. I don't know. I have to watch that scene again. I don't remember. Ty Sheridan is in that movie. Killing of a Sacred Deer. That's not, who directed that? Is that, it's not Taika Waititi, is it? Oh, shit. Did I unlock the scan ability? I don't even know. Who needs it?
Thunder! Here! Thunder! Thunder!
I don't know if I did or didn't. Yorgos Lanthimos. Ah! Yorgos Lanthimos. Where's he been? Hasn't, I don't think he's made a movie since The Favorite. 2018, 1920. It's about 4.5 years. About 4.5 years. Where's he been? Working on something new? Never heard of that director. Yeah, he directed The Favorite with Emma... Emma? Why can't I could see her face, I can't think of her name.
Fire!
She's the La La Land. What the hell? Emma Stone! Jack is back, Emma Stone. How did I... Wow, I just totally blanked on that. Yes, Emma Stone. Emma Stone. Emma Stone, Olivia Colman, and, the other one. Can't remember names right now. Rachel Weisz. Rachel Weisz. Wow, why did I think that would work? We're definitely not finishing it in 2 minutes, but I'll finish Agrabah. Just for the shits and giggles. Why not? Why not?
That boat.
Probably finish in like 4 minutes.
Thunder!
Well, why did I do that? Knock me off.
Please let me miss. I'm really sorry about this.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. JSK. Raysai looks like he also directed The Lobster. JSK is releasing a film this year called Poor Things. Emma Stone, Willem Dafoe, Mark Ruffalo, Jared Carmichael, the guy who hosted Golden Globes last night. Uh-oh. Scan ability? Do I have it? Yes, I do have it. I just didn't equip it. Well,
Genie.
that's exciting, I guess. Looking forward to it. He's a good director. I haven't seen The Lobster. Lobster with, that's Colin Farrell as well, right?
See ya, eat free! See ya, eat free! Come on, eat free! See ya, eat free! See ya, eat free!
Alright, Agrabah's done. Margaret Hawley will also be in it, the one who had the feet display in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Feet display. What was the feet display? I don't remember the feet display. I don't usually pay too much attention to feet display. Regardless, I want to thank you all for watching today's show. Congratulations to our 2 winners today. No show next week. Don't forget, no show next week. We will be back 2 weeks today. We will be back 2 weeks today to talk about all the fun. All the fun in the sun. Thanks for the stream feed on Brad Pitt's car. The driving scene out the window? Was she out the window? I have no idea. Regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. We will talk to you in the next one. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Don't forget to check out the content. She was one of the hippies. Yes, I do remember that. Check out the content. King's Corner, new 4K Blu-ray update video. Maybe some surprises along the way. That's been it for me. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great week. Great 2 weeks till we talk again. And we'll see you guys next time.